Hello and welcome to the Trauma Healing Podcast. My name is Chantal, and today we'll be talking about what trauma actually is. Hello, my love, and welcome to another episode in the Trauma Healing Podcast with me, Chantal. I'm a trauma therapist and a business coach, and I love talking about trauma all day long. So, what exactly is trauma and how does it affect your business as a 6 to 8 figure CEO and coach? Trauma, in essence, is something that happens too fast, too quickly, too abruptly, too great. So it's too big and too sudden. This is a very simplified explanation. Let me give you a more in-depth explanation of something. Trauma is something that happens to you, for example, in your childhood, that you at that time have no capacity and no resources of actually handling yourself. Thus, your body stores this memory, which is trauma, in its system, and it will always think that everything on the outside is the trauma. Let me give you an example. So, if as a young child you fall into a well, I know this is very dramatic. Usually people don't fall into wells, but let's just humor me and imagine as a kid you fall into a well. You will probably, because it's too much to handle, there are no caretakers when you fall into the well. You are scared, you're alone, you could develop a fear of darkness, you could develop a fear of heights. And the impact on your body may have caused physical trauma. So we have emotional trauma and physical trauma. The physical trauma is classified as a hit, as a shattering of something, because we also call breaking bones or bones broken trauma. The bones have trauma. So, if after the child has been found, it's been taken care of, the parents took care of him lovingly, they didn't scold him, the time that passed wasn't too long, they immediately looked for him, then the chances are, and of course, based on the resources of the kid, does the kid have the resources to already process this type of experience, depending on the age of the kid, yes or no, then the child might or might not become traumatized. However, if the child was not searched for within the next 10 minutes, let's just say 10 minutes just because, and the child has knowledge or has experienced neglect, that's definitely going to develop a trauma. So, in future situations, that child is going to be extra cautious when looking at wells. I know wells don't, usually appear in life. Just try to transfer that to an example of your choice. That child is going to be extra fearful of people. The child's always going to think people are always going to leave me alone, just like in that well. The child may develop a fear of darkness because wells are dark if there's no water inside of them. So, this is something that's stored in the body and that will be kept all the way into the future of the child's life until it's an adult. So as an adult, you might develop other fears because this root trauma has not been addressed, this pain, and especially the neglect. If there was neglect before that, the neglect has never been addressed. So you have to imagine that it creates trash in your body. The more trash you have in your body, the less your body can handle it. The more it's going to become dysregulated. Dysregulation is a term described when your nervous system can't handle the load that your body has, the stresses that your body has, and the trauma your body has, and either brings you into a constant state of fight, flight, or freeze, shutdown, or fawn. That means whenever you feel stressed, you are already in fight, flight, unless you can regulate yourself. Self-regulation, you can feel free to Google that as well. Self-regulation is self-soothing. Self-regulation are things that calm you down. Co-regulation is what I can do to help you calm down. Hey, how are you doing? Relax, enjoy. This is why people watch ASMR, because it helps them soothe. So we have trauma in your body that's stored in your body that maybe, let's say you only have half a shit pile inside of yourself. And now imagine new experiences come on top of it. New stresses are basically put on top, and then you burst. And this could look like, for example, I'm just giving some examples right now, burnout. This could look like depression. This could look like anxiety. This could be you quitting everything when it's actually your passion just because you're overwhelmed. Feelings of overwhelm and helplessness. Let's go back to that example, because in the well, the child felt helpless and overwhelmed. How is it going to get out there on its own? It doesn't. It can't. Unless it can climb and these weird movies where you don't have fingernails anymore. So this is what happens in the adult body when you're traumatized. And trauma is not big. Trauma can be one bad word. And I'm not saying that you should watch out with your kids. I'm saying that it's the compounding effort. It's everything that happened to you. It's not just that one incident. Because if you're securely attached, if you have a safe, secure attachment with your caretaker, you're not going to get traumatized. The best thing you can do for your children is build self-worth, because self-worth will withstand everything. That's the biggest resource you can have as a person, because then you have connection to yourself. What trauma does is it severs the connection to yourself, to your heart, to your body. You start to lose the feeling for yourself. You start to look outwards. You start to get attached to things on the outside because you're not attached to yourself. Now, what does this look like in business, boo-boo? What does this look like in business? So many things. So many things. Let's kind of go through some base stuff, okay? And then I can always go more in depth in another episode. So when in business, you are constantly dysregulated, which means you are stressed. You're stressed out. There is no way that you can be creative, intimate, foster a good, lasting, secure connection with your clients and with your coworkers or employees. And ultimately, success will not feel good to you. Success will feel like a hard-earned thing. When to me, especially as a projector, success comes so easy. I am always successful at everything I do. I should do an episode on that. If you want to know more, let me know in the comments. Everything I touch turns to gold. Everything I do is successful. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll actually see it. You'll see how successful I am. And not talking about loads and loads and loads of cash. It's not always money that makes you successful. It's having the family, the friends that you love, that support you, that are not like shit, that don't treat you like you're an idiot, that are loving, that are kind, that are deep, that want to grow with you. Having the relationship with a mother now that I grew up with who was schizophrenic. That's another entire episode as well. Having that relationship now that I don't feel the need to curse her because I'm so at peace with myself, We've never had a good relationship to begin with, but now it doesn't feel like she's triggering me. I don't feel bothered by her. I don't feel triggered. It's all gone because I went through the pain. I went through the pain of separation. I went through the pain of her being my mother when I was a child that needed more. And trauma makes you resilient as well to things you're not supposed to be resilient against. Other people would have left so much earlier. Other people would have changed things in their business so much earlier. But you have to pull through because your trauma says so. Because you're strong. What the hell? Strong people ask other people. Strong people go into connection with other people. Strong leaders exchange their views and their values with other strong leaders. Strong leaders have strong friends, have powerful friends. Do you not have any friends? That's a you thing. Don't tell me. No excuses. If I see a 6 to 8 figure CEO that is a coach, a life coach or a business coach, and that has no or very few close friends that they would say they would die for, red flag. There is trauma. There is a mother wound. There's a father wound. Whatever wound there is, you need to fix that. Why? Because it's going to impact you in the long run. You may think it's fine now because you hustled your way to $1 million. Great. You can use those $1 million for the next 3 years to pay off your hospital bills when you're hospitalized for burnout, when you have a heart attack. I'm a mirror, I told you, right? I'm not nice. And I don't need to be liked by you. I need to be respected by you so that you hire me and do the work that you're supposed to do, that you owe your children. Because what's going to happen if you don't do the work? They will have to do it. Trauma is passed on to your children. Whether you like it or not, you cannot prevent it. So if you're a CEO that already has children, it's about time. It's about damn time. So, not only burnout, not only the big stuff. Let's talk about the small stuff in between. People pleasing, love it. I work with lots of people pleasers in my business, in my German side, and it's always the same thing. It's always pedestaling people. It's putting the clients on a pedestal. It's putting their own mentors on a pedestal. It's putting their environment, surroundings on a pedestal, and them placing themselves as smaller. So they have to work hard in order to gain the approval of the outside, which is so genius because you'll always get paid. You'll always have work. But it's shit. You will not get paid what you actually want to get paid. I wanted to get paid 5 figures. My current prices now for 6 weeks are $20K. For 3 months, I think $30K. And for 6 months, it's $50K. And no, it's not expensive. This is what you believe to be expensive because you do not trust me and you do not know the value of my work yet. But when you work with me and you will feel that your life has transformed quickly because I work very fast. Quickly for the better. Quickly for the better in your business that will make you more money in the long run. Then $20K is nothing compared to the millions you're going to earn in peace, in a relaxed state, with ideal clients signing up. Bitch, it's gonna be awesome because that's the reality I'm living. I don't have weird clients anymore. I don't have trouble with clients at all. I have dream clients everywhere I look. I have clients that are doing their thing. And even if they're challenging, every client has their right to be challenging. That's different. That's different than clients defaulting. That's different than clients not honoring their contracts. That's different than clients bad mouthing you or something because they're not happy, because they are stuck in fights. And see, this is why you need me, because I can analyze your clients. I can tell you based off of your clients alone what your trauma is. Yep, I said it. And so when you have lots of insecure clients, lots of people pleaser clients, guess what you are in your core? You just have healed, or you just have a better coping mechanism, a better coping strategy, and you're just more aware of your people pleasing, but it's not gone. And that's the problem, because when you are trauma free, you are free from that bullshit. You are free from all of that. You will not people please. You will not feel that pang like, oh, did I say something wrong? Oh, did that come out wrong? No, you will say things and you will be secure in what you said. You will coach people and you will be secure in your coaching. You will not doubt yourself when you are not a people pleaser anymore. Because you trust yourself and you have such a good connection to yourself. And this is what we all want, don't we? This is ultimately what you really want. You may think you want the money, but you're going to be lonely at the top. No friends. Boring as fuck. You think you want all the goods? Okay, go for it. Go work for it and see how empty you'll feel at the end. I enjoy luxury, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love my Dolce & Gabbana. I love perfumes. I love this luscious lifestyle. I love coming home and it's smelling good. I love all of this. I love what I've created here with my partner. Like when I look around, I love it. It's beauty to me. And this is where I thrive the most. I created an environment because I love myself where I thrive in. I have technology that I love because I love the sharpness and the crispness of this camera. Like, because I love myself and I want to give you the best experience. Because you deserve that too. Don't you ever think that you don't? So, it's a feeling. It's always a feeling inside. You won't have stress in your business anymore. I mean, can you imagine not ever feeling stressed because of your business? And you may think, oh, Chantal, really? You're not stressed with your business? You have so many things going on. Yeah, I do. I have a lot of things going on. If you see the amount of work I do or the amount of work I've done in the past, you'd be like, whoa, I could never. And that's the point. Because you can't. I'm a projector. And people tell me that I work like a generator or like a manifesting generator, but I don't actually. I still take a lot of breaks. You just don't see it. And the difference is because I am healed, I have so much access to all my energy. I don't get tired like during the day. I don't know what that feels like. I don't know what that slump feels like during the day. I've never, like ever since my healing journey and I've dissolved all my trauma, I've never had that slump. Like I'm so full of energy. I could work out the whole day if you let me. I'm not gonna though, but like I'm cray. My body is cray because I healed my stuff. And every client I work with that has healed their trauma is experiencing exactly the same thing. They have way more energy than before. They can clean their house in like 1 hour, where before they used to take half a day because they were procrastinating. When I have clients that start working on things, like when I create something, I do a presentation and it's finished very quickly because, okay, one thing, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I want to create without having to check elsewhere to copy something. And secondly, I'm just so much more effective because I don't have dysregulation in my body. So boo-boo, I invite you to join this process. I invite you to look at your trauma, and I'm gonna leave you with that for today. Have a lovely, lovely day. Bye-bye.